Okay, I'm recording and we're good.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Emma from Kids Cash and Chaos, and I'm really excited to be here today with my I won't say old because we're not old. We're just been friends for a long time. Jen and I met as freshmen in high school, and we don't get to see each other nearly enough, but we have kept in touch, and I'm really excited to talk about her new project because I think everybody is going to just love it. So Jen, why don't you talk a little bit about who you are and sort of what you do for work and that type of thing.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, Emma. And yes, it's awesome to be here. And we have known each other a long time. I like that you mentioned that it's just we've known each other for a long time, not that we're old.
Yeah, that's right. No.
So yeah, my latest project, Moms the Musical, or my new, I guess it's not my latest because it's been with me for the past 9 years, but it's kind of this is the moment where I'm actually introducing it to the world. So it was inspired by me becoming a parent myself, which was a very unexpected thing for me. We all come into motherhood in different ways. And so it was just one of those things that was part of my journey. And I guess, I thought it was a no-brainer. Like, why hasn't this become a musical yet? Because there are so many, it's one of the most complex relationships we can have is that journey through, I guess for me, it's really been about, because my parenthood was an unexpected thing. I was 26. I was I was living in Los Angeles. I was trying to become something in the creative world. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was still trying to piece things together. So then all of a sudden I have this huge responsibility to be a role model for my child. And I'm still trying to figure out who I am and what I'm trying to do with my life. And, I had this certain idea that when we become a certain age in life, we're going to have all of our shit figured out and we're not gonna it's ridiculously laughable.
I love that though. That would be so great if that like magically on your 30th birthday, it was just like, ta-da!
I thought that's because all of the adults have us fooled because everybody's running around like nobody knows what they're doing, and that's like what I continue to realize as I do age and get older. And a lot of, I'm a yoga teacher and a personal trainer as well. And a lot of the yoga practice is all about kind of unlearning and undoing and being willing to be curious, because when you're in a state of curiosity, and especially humble curiosity, pretty magical things happen. And when I'm in a fixated state of being and thinking that I know things, are going to happen a certain way, that's when there's trouble, because that's when the ego is trying to come in and play a part. So let's see, I'm not sure I'm making sense, but so the musical came from that, really that process of me trying to still figure out what I'm doing and how I'm going to support this child and how I'm going to support her growth, her best growth and her greatest good, while at the same time still trying to figure out what that is for myself. And that's a lot of pressure. But it's been a beautiful journey. She is the most amazing blessing that I've had in my life so far. And I'm really excited to actually share this project with the world. So.
Awesome. So I was reading your Kickstarter page and you have lots of plans on sort of what the next steps are. But how did you get to this point? Like what sort of made you go from this grand idea in the sky to I'm doing this and here's the plan?
Awesome. So it's kind of been something that it's something that came, literally it didn't come from my mind, it came from my heart, and so when those types of things happen, I just know that they're going to evolve. And it was very abstract at first. And it was this thing that I would like talk about to my sisters and close friends. It's like, oh yeah, I really, like when I think about in my heart, what I really want to do, what I'm really on this earth to do, what I'm really passionate about. Yes, it's personal training. Yes, it's yoga. Yes, it's all that stuff. But I have a creative side that I really, for a long time, ignored because I thought it wasn't, I couldn't make it, or I was putting too much pressure on it and wasn't allowing it to evolve. So I kind of trickled, it evolved. I had an outline. The first thing I did was I bought the web URL when I had the idea, because I thought that was at least going to lock it in somehow. And I didn't want anybody else to get that URL. So I've owned momsthemusical.com for 9 years, which is dedication. It's not developed yet either. It will be, but yeah, I've held on to that. And And so, I've had a couple I had one major car accident in July of 2010 that was very severe that, took a long time for me to recover and gain my health back and gain my sanity back. And so that was kind of life altering. And then I had one in December that was just kind of more minor, and it was just another like opportunity for me to have a wake up call about what I was really doing in my life. And we always think, or I was thinking, there was this perfect time, when all of my ducks are going to be in a row, and I'm going to be able to have all of this extra time to dedicate to this project. Like never, that's never going to happen. So I just decided that now this is something that's really important to me, and I'm going to find a way. And so instead of being black and white about, I have to write for 4 hours and, get it all done, I just made a commitment to working on it every day, and took little tests, took little steps forward. And I just kept taking little steps forward with it. Because, we don't know how long we're going to be here. That's the reality we all have to face. And I just decided that it was time. It just needed to happen. And I just felt ready. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you share a little bit about the story? Does it follow one mom or multiple moms or?
Yeah. It's based in New York City. It's five different couples. There's a single mom. There is a perfect couple who, they look seemingly, apparently like they have all of their everything together, very high powered business people. But then we find out that there's an unraveling there in that situation. There is a lesbian couple that are trying to come into motherhood. And then there's a teenage couple as well. So is that 4? That's 4.
That's 4.
Where's the 5th one? There was 5. Maybe I included it and did an update. But maybe I was thinking of myself as another, like somehow like I was a character that I didn't.
There you go.
I don't know. But anyway, there's that dynamic. And so we see the different socioeconomic situations they're in. There's, couples that have money, there's couples that don't have money. There's teenagers involved. And within each one of these sets of people and their experience with their children, they're all friends and interrelated. But the common thread, they're all trying to find happiness. They're all trying to find their personal truth, and they're all having these moments where, that the shit is hitting the fan, stuff isn't working out. They're realizing, they're coming to a certain place of realization within themselves that they're really ready to live a different way of life, and they're really ready to expand their growth and their consciousness, but they don't know how. They don't know how to do that. And so it's really this, just a journey that they go on. It's fun. It's narrated by the narrating nannies. There's 3 kind of fallen angels that are from different time frames that help to kind of tie it all together in a really fun and playful way. And they're kind of like the advisors of all of them. And when we find out, I guess I can give it away because we'll see it. It'll just be, they find out, we can, if we're searching for happiness outside of ourselves, that's an illusion,
Yeah.
And as easy as that can be to say, well, when I get to this landmark in my life, or when I achieve this accomplishment in my life, and those are all good, they really realize that when you're really connected to your personal truth and your heart and your whatever you believe in spiritually, as long as you're doing that and you're showing up and you're doing the best you can, like you can't go wrong. And that's where the happiness is. It's in your heart. And the other common theme is realizing and seeing the broad picture of, we all have struggles. Like every single human being on this planet came to this earth with something that they needed to resolve. The commonality, because sometimes we can get into these places of separateness, like it's only me and nobody else has this problem. And when you think about motherhood, especially, like, holy cow, like there's just so much that parents in general go through on a regular basis. And we all want the best for our kids. We all want our kids to grow up better than we did. And And yeah, and it's a holy cow, it's a process.
That is so true. So you've started a Kickstarter. It's open now.
Mm-hmm.
And how long is it going for?
33 days. Yesterday was
Okay.
the big, like, oh my God, I'm actually doing this. Here you go, world. It's 33 days long. Yes. And the link will be provided, I'm sure,
Yep.
somewhere in here. And yeah, the funds are going to be used to help complete the score,
Mm-hmm.
to work with a professional coach on how to get the script in the best, edited version possible,
Mm-hmm.
so that it can premiere. It'll go to read-throughs, when to I'll hire official actors, and it'll be recorded to read through the script before you put anything into pre-production. You have to have those processes. So I'm hoping to do one local read-through in the Seacoast. I'm in the Seacoast of New Hampshire. There's a huge theater community here. It's awesome. And then another one after that helps to further solidify what the final draft will be to go into pre-production in December of 2017.
That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
so awesome. I'm so excited for you.
Yay! I'm excited as well. I'm very excited. I mean, it's been 9 years, and I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. I'm like, it takes 9 months to have a baby, so I guess 1 year for whatever process
Yeah.
to happen. Makes sense? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. Then I saw on the Kickstarter page you have a couple of the songs, kind of a demo recorded, so people can listen to that.
Yes.
And you've made a little video about sort of the process and stuff. So there's a lot of more information on the Kickstarter page that people can check out.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else that people need to know, or that you want people to make sure they see?
That I just would love people to check out the Kickstarter page, and I'm grateful for any contributions that you're willing to make. I'm grateful to be even doing this interview. It's awesome to connect and have fun.
All right. That sounds great. Thank you so much for doing this. I can't wait to get it out there.
Thank you, Emma.
Yeah.
Awesome.